Alright, this is going to be a really good one. This is the drone video for the northernmost tract out at Bull Shoals Lake. So you can see the red truck that's parked on the property. We're looking down at the road, which borders the northwest side of the property. Neighbor's driveway there, and then across the road, that's the property. So the northwest side, it's got the pipe fencing on the road. It's got nice big timber. It goes back to the east as we look to the east there. I can see a lot of big oak trees and then some cedar trees. Off in the back right corner, you could just see another house. That'd be the neighbor way back there. Really can't see him at all from the property unless you're on the extreme east side. So in this deal, I think, well, I know that we're in the truck with the controller, and we're gonna get a good look at the west side here, and then we'll fly down. We'll check out the pond. A little noisy here. Sitting in the truck, actually doing this voiceover. There you can see the pond on the property. It's a really solid pond with a huge dam on it. It's been very, very dry, and that pond still has substantial water in it, so that's a good deep dam in the pond. Where the truck is right there, that's a potential building site. I mean, there's a lot of potential building sites on this one. You probably want to check it out on your own and really walk around a little bit. South of the pond, so to the right, would be another potential site. There you can see Bull Shoals Lake in the background there. When we did the ground video, we found a trail that a good four-wheeler trail that leads off to the east through the core land, and I believe goes right to that state line cove at Bull Shoals Lake. So really pretty place for fishing or whatnot right there. So you can get there with the four-wheeler or on foot from the property. So much of the east side here, other than that northeast part that borders the small house we saw, the rest of the east side borders the Corps of Engineer land. So not only can you get to the lake, but that's also public land that's open for hunting, so deer and turkey hunting as well. Pretty spectacular. So great access on that paved road. Utilities are nearby, obviously, with houses in the area. That large pond, that's one of my favorite features on this tract. And it looks like now we're going to go way up. The topography of this land, I think, is just ideal for just about anything. It's probably the highest by the road at the northwest side, and then it gradually slopes down, which is why they were able to dig that large pond. There. There you can see a house toward the left of the screen, so that's that nearest neighbor on the northeast. And then the other neighbor, of course, would be across the paved road on the west. Now, I don't recall if we fly down and check out the lake. It looks like we're about to, so that's great. When we did this aerial video, we hadn't done the ground video yet, so we really weren't aware that there was a good trail. But you can see that's State Line Cove right there, so we're flying entirely over the Corps of Engineers land at Bull Shoals Lake, which the property has direct frontage on. So you can come down and use this. You can bring your fishing pole. I don't know the exact restrictions on four-wheelers, but I know that everybody uses their four-wheelers there. I don't know if that's completely within the rules or not, but it seems like everybody does it, so hopefully you won't get into any trouble on that. Really pretty section of lake. I mean, the entire lake is popular, but this is kind of the family-friendly area. A lot of fishing, some tubing. You probably won't see a lot of the the party boats and that stuff in this area. It's more of a quiet family type area. As you look off to the west now, you can see the lake again in the distance. This property sits at the north side of a large private peninsula. So you've really got lake to your east and lake to your west as well. So now we're flying back over. I think we're going to take one final look at this. I think I mentioned it on the ground video, but it's so hard to find properties that have frontage on the Corps of Engineer line at Bull Shoals Lake, because Bull Shoals is a very popular lake and growing more and more popular all the time, actually. Okay, there you can see the red truck, which is on the property at one of the, what I would call one of the preferred building sites, unless you wanted to get back in that timber and be super private. So because of the kind of the lay of this land, you've got the big pond on the property, and actually the tract next door has a large pond as well, which is pretty neat. Excuse me. Big timber. When we pulled in the gate and parked the truck on the north part, monstrous timber. There's the pond. I was very impressed that there was any water in the pond. I mean, you can see where the level normally is. Quite a bit larger. It looks like under normal conditions this pond would be probably twice as large, maybe even more. If you look around the edges, you can kind of see where the water normally would be. So as we look toward the east side, we found some survey markers out there, and they were basically just on the east side of the pond. You can see a white stake actually if you look closely there on the right side excuse me, of the pond. I think here we're just trying to get a shot of this north part of the property. But I mean, with the way the property is situated, you've got many options for building sites. Excuse me. It just comes down onto if you wanted a ready-made site, you could build it by the road, or you could build where the red truck is parked. If you wanted to, if you weren't in a big rush and wanted to do, you know, a little more of a driveway, you could build back at the timber. You could build on the south side of the pond, and I believe the south side of the pond in the ground video, we checked that out, and there was a really pretty building site there with monster timber as well. So looking back, such a peaceful private area. We've met several neighbors out there. Everybody's been super nice, mostly retirement homes out in that area. Not sure what we're up to here. Looks like we're trying to crash the drone. I think we were, whoa, jeez. I think we were headed up toward the gate to try to get a shot of the gate. I'm not even sure if we knew the camera was still on at this point. There's the gate. Really pretty pipe fencing on that west side that could be cleaned up and restored. There we go. So take a look at InstantAcres.com. If this property is still available, it will be on our website. Properties like this tend to go pretty quickly. For someone who's been looking for something out at the lake, this is pretty darn amazing. Oh, there, I guess we're out of video. InstantAcres.com.